Hello my dear students, welcome to the class of 11th English medium. The subject is statistics for the chapter 2 presentation of data brought to you by Vitan Sir. In the previous tutorial, what we have done till now is complete the one-dimensional diagrams, that is simple bar diagram, adjacent bar diagram, simple divided and percentage divided bar diagrams. Now we will be moving on towards the two-dimensional diagrams, and as we already know, there are two parts of the two-dimensional diagrams. The first part is the circle diagram and the second part is the pie diagram or pie chart. We will start with the circle diagram. If the data given has big volume or high internal difference, that means the difference between the two values is very big, then this diagram is used to represent data through area of a circle. That means this is a two-dimensional, that means we are going to use the area rather than just the height of the bars. So we represent a circle using an area, so the data is represented as a two-dimensional. The area of a circle is proportional to the square of its radius, and hence the square root of data is taken as a radius of the circle. That is, radius is proportional to the square. Okay, area is proportional to the square, and so to get the radius, of course we are preparing a circle here, so we need a radius. So data is converted into radius by making a square root out of it. Sometimes radius are simplified to make smaller circles depending on size of the paper. Again, they are drawn in ascending or descending orders depending on the volume of the data, but if time is a variable, then they are drawn according to time span given. Now sometimes just getting a square root is not enough. We get a huge radius which is not possible to draw on a single paper, so that time we simplify all the radiuses by dividing all the radius with the same value. So the radius we get, we draw them on a paper in ascending or descending orders, but if time is there, then ascending descending order does not matter. We have to write them down according to the years or weeks or months given. The best example of any type is to do a sum of it itself. The illustration 30, data on the production of an industrial unit during 3 years is as under. Present it by using circle diagram. Okay, the data can be expressed in a table. The years are 2013, 14 and 15, and the production in units is given, that is 3,60,000, 4,90,000 and 6,40,000. Now this was the data which was given in the question. We have to start by making a square root out of it. The square root of 3,60,000 will be 600, 4,90,000 will be 700 and 6,40,000 will be 800. As you can see, taking a radius of 600 or 700 or 800 is very big. So what I have done here, I am dividing all of these values with 100. Okay, so I will get a radius of 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters and 8 centimeters. So I need to draw circles of these radiuses. I will start with the circle of 6 centimeter. Okay, so this is a circle with a radius of 6 centimeters which depicts the data of 2013. The data is 3,60,000 units and the radius is 6 centimeters. Okay, so this is how you show each circle. The second circle will be of 7 centimeters showing data of 2014 with the data 4,90,000 and 7 centimeter radius. Then the circle will depict 2015, the data is 6,40,000 and the centimeter is 8 centimeter. You just have to do this and your sum will be over, your diagram is ready. So as you can see, the circles here, they gradually increase, showing an increase in the data over the years. Okay, so just how I have drawn it here, the table and the diagram, you have to draw it in your notebooks. Pause the video, draw it and then resume. We will take one sum from the exercise 2.3. A car production company has produced the following number of cars during 3 years, represented through a circle diagram. First we need to write down the years 2012, 13 and 14. Then the production of cars. For 2012 we have 25,600 cars, then 1,02,400 and 1,60,000. The first step is to get a square root. So square root of 25,600 will be 160. Similarly 320 and 400 will be the square roots. We need to simplify this. So to simplify this, I'm going to divide all of them with 40. Okay, why I'm dividing it 40? Because if I divide it with 80, then it is still a very small answer. But if I just divide it with 10 and get 16, 32 and 40, that will be a very big answer. So I need an answer. I need radiuses which I can show proper value of and which I can complete in just a single sheet of paper. So I am taking dividing all of these square roots with 40, 40. So I will get 4, 8 and 10. Okay, so this will be my radiuses. So using the 4 centimeter, this is my first circle for 2013. The data is 25,600. The radius is 4 centimeter. Then comes the 8 centimeter circle of 2014. I mean 2013, and production is 1,02,400 and the 8 centimeters. And similarly, the next I get is 2014. Production is 1,60,000 and 10 centimeters. So pause your video here, draw the table, draw this diagram, and then resume. I believe that two sums of circle diagram are enough because it is not that important a method. The most important method of two-dimensional diagrams is the pie chart, otherwise known as the pie diagram. Actually, pie chart and percentage divided bar diagram are quite similar in the root of the data. If the data is related to different places, things or times, and it is mutually related sub data with high volume, then in place of a divided bar diagram, we will use pie chart. Okay, what we do in the pie chart, the total of the data is presented through a circle, just like in the circle diagram, using an appropriate radius, and then the sub data is presented as sectors or the segments of a single circle. How to calculate those segments? To create those sectors or segments, total data is taken as 360 degrees. 360 degrees is the total angle of a circle, and then sub data is converted according to these 360 degrees. These parts are drawn in the circle. The formula is angle is equal to sub data divided by total data multiplied by the 360 degrees. Okay, so this is how you calculate angle data for each sub data, just like a percentage divided bar diagram, where the total data is taken as 100 and based on that 100 the sub data is converted. Here the total is taken as 360 and the sub data is converted. Just take an example, we will understand it better. First, illustration 31. In a ledger of a company, the liabilities in the final balance sheet are as under. Present the data by a pie diagram. Okay, we are supposed to present this data by a pie diagram. The particulars are given as liabilities, that is rupees. The liabilities are share capital, deposits, loan, current liabilities, and the total. Now the liabilities values are 12 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees, 4 lakh, 4 lakh 80,000. The total is 28 lakh 80,000. Now we have to use this data. The total here is 28 lakh 80,000. The sub data, we have to divide sub data with the total and then multiply with 360. That way we will get the angle. So the angle for first data is 150 degrees. You just have to 8 lakh, for example, divide by 28 lakh 80,000 multiplied by 360 will get you 100. Similarly, 4 lakh multiplied by 360 divided by 28 lakh 80,000 is 50 degrees. 4 lakh 80,000 multiplied by 360 divided by 28 lakh 80,000 will get you 60 degrees. When you make a total, you will get the 360 degrees. Now, the chart you are supposed to show here, the title will be pie chart showing different liabilities of a company during a financial year. Just like in the percentage divided bar diagram, each of the elements will be shown with different color of patterns. So those patterns you have to depict here. For example, share capital, deposits, loan, and current liabilities. Then draw a circle first. Okay, draw a circle with appropriate radius. No need to be picky about the radius here because there is only just a single circle. Draw a circle in which you can properly show the whole data. Now we have to start with the first one. 150 degree angle is there, so just draw an angle of 150 degrees. Now you must know how to draw an angle. Okay, you will need that angle calculator for that. So 150 degrees will show the share capital of 12 lakh rupees. Then comes the deposits of 8 lakh rupees, 100 degrees. Then the loan of 50 degrees, and current liabilities of the remaining portion. So this is how your pie chart will look like at the end. So pause this video here, complete the table and the pie chart with titles and the legends, and then resume it again for the next illustration. Illustration 32. Information regarding the annual expense on different particulars of two middle class families is given below. Draw a pie diagram for the data. Now the difference in this question is two middle class families are given. That means two pie diagrams we are going to prepare. The first we have to prepare the table particulars, family A, family B. Their food expenses, the expenses are food, the clothing, the rent, education, miscellaneous, and the total. We will start with family A, which spends 40,000 for food, then 10,000, then 25,000, then 10,000, then 5,000, and the total expense of the family is 90,000. Similarly, family B spends 50,000, 20, 30, 32, 28,000. The total spending of the family is 1,60,000. Now we need to convert both of this data into angles. For the family A, the total is 90,000. So let us take for food 40,000 divided by 90,000 into 360 will get you 160. Similarly, 10,000 divided by 90,000 into 360. 25,000 divided by 90,000 into 360. Similarly, you will get all the remaining angles and the total will be 360 degrees. Okay. Remember the formula: sub data divided by total data multiplied by 360. For the family B, we will follow the same. Here some decimal values will be there. You will have to be careful while depicting them in a pie chart. The total here is 360 degrees. Now we have to start with the charts. First of all, family A and family B will be there. The food, clothing, rent, education, and miscellaneous. I will start with family A, then I will move forward to the family B. Now, if you actually want, you can change the sizes of your circles based on the total data. Family A has total data of 90,000, while family B has a total data of 1,60,000. So accordingly, if you want, you can change the size of your circle if you want to. I have not done it here for the sake of simplicity, but accordingly 90,000 and 1,60,000, when you get the square root, it's 300 and 400. So you can take a measure of 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters as the radius if you want. I will start with family A. Now family A, first angle is 160 degrees, that's the food. Then the 40 degrees, that's the clothing. Then the 100 degrees rent, 40 degrees education, and a very small portion miscellaneous 20 degrees. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to show. If you can't show the data in the circle itself, then you can just put an arrow and show it properly, but you need to write down the information which you are using to depict the pie. Similarly, I will start with family B here. First is 112.5, that's food. Then 45 degrees for clothing, 67.5 degrees for rent, 72 degrees for education, and 63 degrees for miscellaneous. Okay, so pause the video here, write down the table properly, draw both the circles, proper pie charts with proper markings and patterns and legends. Okay, and then again resume the video for the last sum of this tutorial. This sum I have taken from the exercise 2.3. That's the question number something 7 or 8 exactly, I don't remember. The following data represent the percentage sales of copies of daily newspaper represented by pie diagram. The newspapers and the percentage of selling. That's the P, Q, R, S, and the total. So the data itself is given in the percentages. P sells 25%, then the 23, 24, and 28%. So the total percentages are 100. We need to calculate angles based on these percentages. So naturally, for P, 25 upon 100 into 360 will be 90 degrees. Then Q, 23 upon 100 into 360 will be 82.8 degrees. 24 upon 100 into 360 will be 86.4 degrees, and 28 upon 100 into 360 will be 100.8 degrees. So the total angle is 360 degrees. That's the circle. Now your base here will be pie chart showing percentage sales of different newspapers P, Q, R, and S. You need to draw a circle first. starting with the angle of 90 degrees for the P newspaper, then adding 82.8 degrees in there, then 86.4 degrees, and last 100.8 degrees will complete your pie chart. So I have added here colors because this is a tutorial video. You don't need to add colors, you can just give some patterns using the pencil, but patterns is a must, it's a compulsory thing. Separating each segment with different patterns is the method of doing pie charts. Okay, so with this we end our two-dimensional methods and I end my tutorial here. Next time I will come with the pictorial diagram, and that will be the end of the chapter number 2, that's the presentation of data. So till then, stay tuned, stay home and stay safe.